Hi everyone. So let's pretty much dive into Dark Visions number 6 on global. The first few bosses are always pretty much a giveaway for everyone. So I will be doing them in order, so 1 to 4 especially. I believe on Saturday, so tomorrow for me. Oh well, it is actually already Saturday if you check the clock above, but I always count for the next day once I wake up, so it's technically still Friday for me. Anyways, so yeah, I'll be doing the bosses in the correct order. I won't be skipping the magical fights, although there might be the harder as per usual, but I guess I'm well covered with New Vision Arif, who is a 2 EX plus 2 now. So I'll be dealing out even more, dishing out even more damage, and I still have Kuja, so I might be actually well off for this Dark Visions. But anyways, I'm getting at of myself, so let's start with area number 1. We have the physical domain of ice and water. Let's start with the beast boss. This is the team that I'm going for. Obviously, as you can see, I'm gonna Tifa the boss out of his mind, meaning we will be using water as our element. Alright, so on the team, as you can see, I didn't bother to equip Espers onto units. So, Mastermind Xon, he's the usual, passive provoke evasion. Yes, he's evading just fine. Those 3 items, Durandal, Cape Producer's Jacket, and Mughal Charm are enough for him to passive provoke evade. Now your team wants, for the first boss especially, wants to have 100% fire buff, fire resistance. The boss only attacks with fire, so you either have 100% fire resistance on everyone before buffs, or after buffs 100%, absolutely fine. I just went for 100% fire on everyone. Oops, that's the wrong team. And for the second boss, you want lightning resist. Now, as you just saw, I'm using Sylvie. Sylvie has, where is it? Storm Refuge, which buffs everyone's lightning resistance by 100%, meaning we can pretty much completely ignore the mechanic of the second boss. Now, I did equip my Xon for 90% lightning resistance. It just happened that way, to be honest. Nothing too fancy. Now, Sylvie, she's just a supporter. I mean, her resistances are always super high, especially because I'm using her STMR, which basically provides already 50% lightning and 50% earth and light resistance, so it's a lot. And her TMR, as you can see, I'm using it twice. It provides resistances across the board. Hairpin Purity is just for all of the status ailments. Rainbow Rope, probably one of the most valuable items for Dark Visions, as it provides so much resistances across all relevant elements. And as you can see, it's nothing too fancy. She's just here to buff our team, give us 300% for the first time, which won't matter. We are using Near Vision Cloud for ignition. With ignition, we are using Tifa with her concentration. Nothing's gonna matter here. Although I should mention though that I will still use Sylvie's 300 attack buff on at least one unit, so everyone's pretty much roundabout-ish the same. I'm using Loren as my breaker. Now, I did not level her abilities yet, meaning, let me just check. Blade of Ruin exactly is just breaking the boss by 70%. Let's hope this is enough. If it's not, and I fail to get maximum points on the second boss, I probably will have to farm some insignias, but I will not make any changes to my team. Alright, so Loren, I forgot to equip another weapon for her. Let me just pick this one over here. So Loren is dual wielding. She has 130% fire resistance, unnecessary 100% lightning resistance, so I could actually change that. Yeah, let's change this. What can we give her? Yeah, let's give her Olive's Journal. I mean, it's more attack. Alright, her abilities, nothing too fancy. She has some resistances, some damage buffs. She's not primarily here for damage. She'll be AR chaining with Mastermind Xon on turn 1, so we get the 100 chain cap out of the way for the trial mission. She's on a Vengeful Blow, Vision card. Again, nothing too fancy about her. And doing her breaks. Now let's get to the exciting part. So Tifa, her base form, I get her for a lot of LB fill rate. We do not need this. I mean, I'm gonna use concentration anyway, so she'll be good to go on turn 2 anyway. I could use concentration twice. She has 100% fire resist. I do not care about lightning resistance. And the icing on the cake pretty much is her Brave Shift form, which is also having 100% fire resistance, mind you. And we're going for a lot of STMRs, as you can see. I'm counting 1, 2, 3 already. I believe Infernal Battlegarb is also an STMR, so that it's technically 4. And I'm using some more STMRs over here. Now, I am using the Subservient. I've never thought I'd use the Lita's STMR, but here we are. It provides 80% attack, which almost makes me cap on attack. But yeah, and the damage you're taking, that is not being counted towards your score. That's the cool thing about this. And yeah, the vision card, as you just saw, probably is the one from Cloud. She'll be pretty much our damage dealer. So she has 225 beast killer and 220% limit burst damage. Quite nice. She'll be doing the serious stuff. Here we go, over to Cloud, Neo Vision. He also has, oh, he only has 90%, but that's fine, that's absolutely fine. He has 90% fire resist. We will be buffing the rest through Sylvie on turn 1 anyway. And yes, you can see he does have some nice gear. He doesn't have that much beast killer, it's only 65%. Absolutely fine. Like I said, we do have Sid for additional beast killer, and I mean, Tifa's gonna destroy this boss anyway. And lastly, there's Sid. He's just gonna be jumping high up into the air, provide us the beast killer buff, which Xon is going to steal, and ruin all the fun for the boss. Alright, so the team's up and running. Oops, that's the wrong button. Let me just save this. One, so I do not mess anything up. Should I make any changes? And let's give this a go. Oh yeah, that nice intro. I forgot about this. Please load up. Alright. As I said, Mastermind Xon is going to use his AR chain over here. Loren down here will also use her AR chain. Tempest Flash. So let's get those two right out of the way. The chain broke, which is quite annoying. I don't even know why the chain broke in the first place. Let me just check. Was this an all attack? Then what? Tempest. What is it? Tempest Flash. Oh yeah, it's attacking every enemy on the field. Well, it explains a lot, because Mastermind Xon's is just a single target attack. I did not know that, so I might actually have to single target equip single true dual hand on Loren for that case. Anyway, Sylvie will use... I do actually have buff Firaga, that's funny. So with standard elements, that pretty much caps everyone's fire resistance for the boss. Let's also use Marion rescue me, hop into battle on Loren. Not Arif, sorry. Tifa will use concentration once, awaken fighting spirit and crushing waves. Cloud will just ignition. And Sid, let me just look for the correct one, will jump into the air. Boost on physical against beasts over here. So the boss is doing some fire attacks, all fire attacks, uses regular melee attacks, which Xon will evade. Let's have Sid crashing down upon the boss, and Xon does his thing, so stealing Tifa's element, he's stealing Sid's beast killer, and he spreads all those buffs. Sylvie won't do anything. Loren will she will dual SR chain and cap it off with Blade of Singularity. Cloud uses focused thrust 3 times, while Tifa caps damage. Let's have a go. Boss dies super quick though, so yeah, I mean, why am I always trying to say Arif? Tifa capped damage instantaneously, so that is the least of my worries. The only worry that I have right now is to get the chain cap to 100. I'll be going at it immediately again. I mean, 28 chain. So that's ridiculously low. So let's do this again. This time properly. Alright. So I guess Loren needs another weapon. A weapon that can only be held in one hand. I don't want to use any of those. Two-handed, it has fire element, which is bad. Just give me one moment. That one does not have any element attached to it, so let's switch to this. I mean, Ravenheart is pretty useless right now, but that's fine. And let's just do this again. I mean, I'm not gonna pretty much comment on anything I'm doing right now. It's exactly the same fight. So Mastermind Xon is going to AR chain with Loren. Hopefully not breaking up this time. Gumi, let's go. It's still break. I don't even know why it's breaking. I'm so annoyed by this. Anyway, let's do the second boss. I'm not gonna bother with this right now. And I don't want to waste your time. I mean, this video is already running for 14 minutes. So let's do boss number 2 immediately. Team is absolutely the same. I'm not doing any changes. Alright, so Sylvie will use Triple the Fun, Storm Refuge. Or let's go the other way around. Triple the Fun, Stun the Elements, Storm Refuge, and let's increase everyone's stats. Let's have Xon and Loren reload, hopefully chaining properly this time. Nope, they're not. But at least it went to 51 or 52, I suppose. Alright, Tifa is already up and running on her beast, so she's going to use concentration, fighting spirit, crushing waves. Cloud will ignition. and Sid will jump into the air. So the boss will be dealing fire elemental damage, lightning elemental damage, which we all resist. He's doing some melee attacks which do not matter. And we pretty much repeat the process, meaning Xon is getting his element from Tifa, he's stealing Sid's Beast Killer, he spreads everything, Sylvie guards, and now Loren will Blade of Devotion twice and cap with Blade of Singularity, especially providing breaks too. Oops. And Cloud is using Focused Thrust 3 times while Tifa caps damage. Alright, so here we go. And Tifa cap damage. Like I said, I mean, this is the first boss is always dead giveaways and super easy. The only problem I'm actually running into, and I'm really mad about is capping damage. So, I'm not quite sure how to tackle this. I actually might use the basic Alina also does. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this. I might actually swap out, what's her name, Sylvie, and put in Alina so I can AR chain. Yeah, that might be the way. But anyway, so that's number one. Just make sure you actually cap chain, get to 100 chains, and you're good to go. I mean, the first one is super easy. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you for the magical domain of fire and light next. Goodbye.